What's going on, YouTube? Vlog number 1 of a brand new series. Shout out to all the friends, the family, everybody. We're riding around the North Metro area, Kennesaw, Ackworth, Georgia. We got a couple kids on some dirt bikes. Nice. Hope everybody's good. It's Thursday, April 9th, I think. And today was a good day for me. We went down to the Battery Atlanta and snagged some of the new Atlanta Braves City Connect gear that launched at 10 a.m. this morning. Now you may be asking yourself, why would they do a release in the clubhouse, all that stuff, at 10 on a Thursday morning? Well, all the Cobb County kids are on spring break. So that's why. It's a little easier for all the kids to get down there. But it was fun. There was a lot of people down there, a lot of people bringing the kids, all that stuff. So it was good to see. It's good to see all the kids get out. They had all kinds of stuff. The drum line was down there, the heavy hitters, as they call them. And it was cool. It was just a good experience. Picked up a couple things, hat, lightweight hoodie. It's very good for this area of the Southeast in April. With these cool mornings we've been having lately, it's really nice. It fits well. Copped a jersey. Got a Matt Olson jersey. Was going for a Drake Baldwin jersey, but Nike only sent, this is what the rep told us in store, Nike only sent 1 unit of Drake Baldwin, Chris Sale, and Ozzie Albies. 1 unit for your Cy Young pitcher, your Rookie of the Year catcher, and Ozzie Albies, who's plenty popular around baseball and then Braves country. So it was interesting. They were completely out of Baldwin extra large by the time I got up to the front of the line to order. So we copped a Matt Olson instead, is what it is. It was also super cool, you know, getting to be able to go out on the field. After purchasing, you could walk into the concourse of Truist Park, walk down on the field around the warning track area, all the way down into the Braves dugout. They were actually letting people go all the way down into there. So it was just really cool experience to get out there and see Truist Park. Anytime you get to go to the Battery is a good day. Anytime you get to go inside Truist Park is an even better day. Braves are off today. They start a series with Cleveland tomorrow night, I believe. So it was cool. It's just a great experience. Good job by the Braves overall of having a lot of entertainment out there for their fans, you know, making the launch of the new apparel, the new uniform a big deal. One of the better City Connects in the game of baseball at the moment, in my opinion, because there's some ugly ones, there's some real ugly ones, but this one, you know, TBS themed. I was a TBS kid growing up. I was at the tail end of the TBS era, but it was fun. You know, it's always good to get a new uniform. Sick. All right, we're back again. My apologies for dropping the dang camera. I'm new to this, so we're getting there. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm excited, though. I'm excited for the Braves to wear the new City Connect uniforms. I think it's going to be awesome. Good weekend. Good sports weekend. Got the Masters starting this morning. I haven't even looked at the scoreboard, to be honest, as of 12:10 on Thursday morning. So, yeah, interesting. Hopefully, leave it in the comments. Who do you think's going to win the Masters? Who do you want to see win the Masters? Who do you think's going to win the Masters? Exciting sports time, though, around the state of Georgia and in the Southeast, with the Braves doing well. The Masters, of course, always its own spectacle. Moving on into kind of the next conversation that I kind of wanted to do. I'm going to do this for a lot of reasons, but City Connects in general. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments what your favorite City Connect jersey is. I think, for me, and I'm biased, obviously, the Braves are up there in the A-S tier for me personally. Now, there's some bias there, but I do like the colors. I think they did a good job of putting them together. But I will say, I saw this morning the rest of them, and I'm curious to know everybody's thoughts in the comments. I'm probably at some point going to do a tier list of these jerseys. I'm going to say this, though. I've seen a lot of hate for Baltimore's, and I've seen a lot of hate for Kansas City's. I like both of them. Now, Baltimore having just B more across the chest, maybe an apostrophe between the B and the M would have been, I guess, useful. But I like the uniforms. I think the font is gorgeous. I think the homage to the old scoreboard, to the top of the old scoreboard, is fantastic. And then I guess you have the brick on the collar. I think it's fantastic. I think they did a really good job. Kansas City's kind of a recoloring, but they're leaning kind of into the purple, which is royalty and all of that. And I think it's gorgeous. Like the blue that kind of gradients, I guess, into the purple, pink-ish maybe. Fantastic job, really, I thought. I'm definitely looking forward to getting a one of those with Bobby Witt. I will say, I think in general, they've done a lot better. The newer rounds of City Connects that we have seen are a lot better than maybe some of the first iterations that we've seen. I'll tell you one that I'm not high on, and that I'm not sure. I know they're all culturally based, most of them. I'm not big on Texas's. I'm not big on the Rangers with the Tejas across the front. I understand it. I get it. It looks like Team Canada's WBC uniform, if I'm being honest. So I'm not really just the biggest fan of that. But, like I said, let me know in the comments what your favorite one is. Maybe it's your favorite team. Maybe you're holding a lot of bias there, which is fine. I think we all do. But I would be interested to know what everybody thinks about all the City Connects. Do you think Nike is doing a good job with uniforms across Major League Baseball? We did finally get back to the big numbering and the big font for the last names. I think that's a tremendous step in the right direction. But let me know what you think. Now, I will say one caveat to all of this, and I think it needs to be addressed. Now, I know I'm not going to be the only one saying anything about it, but the pricing on this stuff. Fanatics has absolutely lost their marbles with pricing in this stuff. You know, I picked up a Matt Olson jersey, the hat, and just a jersey hat combo is going to run you up around $250 without a discount. Fortunately, I did get a discount on my order at the Clubhouse store, whether that's through A-list membership or military first responder discount, which are I think 10%, 15% maybe. It's a lot of money. That's definitely a thing, you know, as we lean more into, you know, DHgate and all these other places. It's interesting that they're not really backing down. I saw one tweet where the authentic, I guess, game, the authentic jersey is $450, which is insane. When you talk about really the differences, I haven't seen one of the authentic jerseys up close in comparison to, say, what I got with the replica, what they're calling it. But I would be interested to see the quality differences, but I just can't imagine that being a $250 gap past the $200 that you fork out for the jersey. Like I said, the hats, this hat was $55. This hat was $55. That's a lot for a hat. Now, it's an on-field cap, and the on-field New Era caps do run fairly high, but that's a lot of money, you know, and that's not something that, you know, everybody can splurge out for. And I think there's reasonable criticism to be had for, you know, Fanatics, who now has cornered the entire market as far as, you know, producing apparel for Major League Baseball and a lot of other companies, WWE, the NBA, I think, as well. I think they're actually for all of them. You have to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I think there's definitely a conversation that needs to be had as far as it pertains to pricing on this stuff. I know jersey shirts were also $55. Picked one of those up as well, and with a Michael Harris jersey, $55, and that's quite a lot. You know, when you're talking about a T-shirt, $55 is a heck of an entry point. You know, now, and it is player licensed, you know, with the name on the back and the numbering. It's a very cool shirt. It's quite steep for a jersey shirt. Anyways, that's going to do it for episode number 1. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, listening to me rant about baseball, about the new City Connect jerseys. I hope the Braves win a lot of games in them, man. Don't forget, I know this is the first episode. Like, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more of this kind of stuff. But hey, here we go. Let's do it. Everybody have a good day. Peace.